Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here. Lucas from Mars back at you with another video here as we continue the playoffs in this one. And this is the National League Championship Series. We are on to the Championship Series is now in the playoffs here at the NLCS 2026 between the Chicago Blue Sox and the Atlanta Crusaders. These two teams won their first playoff games in their first round of the postseason last time, and here we go, getting it started with this one in the NLDS. It's Hunter Green pitching for Chicago. As well, Chicago, has had a great year this year. Hunter Green had a very, very good season this season, but he's pitched once already in the playoffs, and he wasn't very good in that first and only start so far in the postseason, the 5.06 ERA in that first start. But he gets Brian Reynolds here leading off the inning, and that little flare into the outfield that is caught for the first out of the ball game here. Now to top of the first, that's Xander Bogaerts, who pops it up as well into right field, and it's caught out there by J.J. Bleday to end the inning. So after the top of the first inning here in Game 2 of this NLCS, it is no score, no runs here by either team. As we're going to get a look at the Crusaders pitcher in this one, it's Sheng Chang. He did not pitch in the divisional round, and so this is his first start of the playoffs here in the NLCS Game 2. And he was a decent pitcher this year. He didn't win a Rookie of the Year award a few years ago. He was a decent pitcher this season, though not too great, and he's going to have to try and contain a really, really dangerous Chicago lineup here as Atlanta up 1-0 game to nothing here in this series so far. And Christian Pache, who made an impact in that NLDS, gets a hit, and then there's another base hit as that ball is swung up the middle for a single. So the first two men of the game reach here for Chicago. Now one out of the inning, a 2-2 to Rhys Hoskins, is strike 3 called. Actually, they said he swung on that pitch on the outside corner, and now it's Carlos Correa, who swings at an 0-1, stopped by the third baseman over to second base, and that is going to end the inning. Cavaco takes care of it, making the catch there at second, and that will be the end of the first. So a couple of runners on for Chicago. They don't score on the top and the bottom of the first. Hunter Green coming through there with a nice strikeout of Bryce Harper on a high fastball. Bryce Harper just trying to catch up to it, and he just could not, as there is out number 1 in that inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the second here, 2 down in the inning, and that's a line drive ground ball hit very hard, but right at the first baseman, Justin Scott, who takes care of it for the third out. So here at 2 through 2 innings, we got no score. We go to the third with 1 out here. Coney Cavaco swinging and missing at a pitch at a fastball, 99 miles an hour. Hunter Green throwing some gas here in this one, and then he gets another strikeout there, and it is the pitcher Sheng Chang, so not super difficult necessarily to strike out on him, but still Hunter Green pitching with some authority, pitching with some speed right now, high 90s on his fastballs right now, almost getting up into triple digits. So here is Hunter Green to begin the bottom of the third inning here in a pitcher's duel so far, and he will take a look at strike 3 called down in the zone. And pitchers don't really hit, so he'll go back to the bench. He'll get ready to go out and pitch again in the next inning. And then to end the bottom of the third, that's a fly ball into center field. So both of these pitchers right now pitching pretty well here after 3 innings. Only 2 hits given up by Chicago in this one. And that's a swing and a miss at a 97 mile an hour fastball. Top of the zone, Hunter Green. Man, he is just ranking up these strikeouts, 4 or 5 at least now, and that's Xander Bogaerts as he drills one, and it is gone. So driving up a little streak there. Hunter Green was pitching so well in the beginning of this game, and then Xander Bogaerts just crushes one to break up the tie. Man, and he knew it all the way too, silencing this Wrigley Field crowd here just a little bit. And that is his third playoff home run that we've seen him hit so far in the postseason. Hunter Green knows he just gave up a big swing right there. And then Bryce Harper right after him, lifting a deep fly ball into center that is run down and caught by Christian Pache. But, man, Xander Bogaerts, what an impact he's made for the Atlanta Crusaders in the season and in the playoffs so far. Another home run for him. But Chicago not going to, they're going to want to try and respond here, get a little bit back, as that's Juan Soto driving a double into the gap. And now down the line, and that's a fly ball. That might drop, and it will. It's over the shortstop's head. Here comes Juan Soto. He will score. And that's a base hit and a run scoring hit there. Ties the game at 1 apiece. And just over the glove of Xander Bogaerts out there in the shortstop position. And so there's a fly ball into left field. That should end the ball game, or end the inning, as that will end the bottom of the 4th. So, man, a couple of hits there in that inning and a big RBI to tie up the game here. And after 4 innings in this one, it's a 1-run game as we go into the 5th. And that's going to be a base hit here to start this 5th inning off for Atlanta. As the Crusaders trying to get that run back that they gave up in the bottom half of the last inning. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Wow, that ball was nasty. No chance to make any contact with that one. Shea Langoliers just waving at it there. So 1 out here in the inning. Now that's a ground ball by Cavaco, but right to the shortstop. Second for 1 on first base. And it is a double play to end the inning. Great job there by Glenn Mercer, who looks like he had to avoid a Miguel Gerardo, believe, sliding into second base there, trying to avoid him. And he does to get the double play there. So now bottom of the 5th here, 1 out in the inning, and that is Hunter Green again, striking out on a nice fastball there at 90 miles an hour. Full count pitch to Shosang Chang here in the top of the 6th. Will be a strikeout. And Hunter Green racking up the strikeouts right now, but both of these pitchers, besides those couple of runs that they've each given up, have been really, really good so far. So 2 men out for Bryce Harper. And let's see what he will do as he swings and sends a ball deep into center field, but that will be caught in center by Christian Pache. So we are through the top of the 6th here and in the middle of the 6th, and we are tied at 1 apiece tonight. Bottom of the 6th inning here, and that's going to be a line drive and base hit. Juan Soto again coming through. He had the double earlier in this game. He scored on the base hit earlier in the game, and now a base hit here to begin things here in the bottom of the 6th. So now 1-2, and it's a pop-up back to the catcher Langoliers, who takes care of it, and that was a huge opportunity. Man, you got a base runner on there in a tie game. Gotta take advantage of it right there, and they failed to do so, and so we go to the 7th inning here with this game tied at 1. Man, we got a nail-biter here in the NLCS Game 2, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here in the 7th. As Hunter Green coming out of the game here. He's had a great night, 6 innings pitched, and only 1 earned run in that home run by Xander Bogaerts, but gave up a hit here to begin the inning, and so they're going to take him out. And now they bring in Michael Lorenzen, who's didn't have a great regular season this year, but 2.1 innings here in the playoffs, and he's been pretty good here. Hasn't given up a run yet. And let's see what he will do here in the top of the 7th. 2 down in the inning already. And Coney Cavaco trying to do something here to break this tie. And the first pitch to him is a rocket sent out into the outfield. That might fall, and it will not. It's right to the right fielder who makes the catch, J.J. Baudet. Speaking of him, he's going to come up and bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. But 7th inning stretch here in Chicago, and we are still knotted up at 1. And so we're going to go quick managing here. David Dahl double to put a runner on second base, and now Tristan Casas here. We don't want Soto. Can he do something? That's a walk, and that's a double by Rhys Hoskins. Rhys Hoskins doubles, and man, Chicago is going to have a 3-1 lead now and trying to close the game. And Willie Castle gets the job done. He closes it out there I was not really sure why Blake quick managed the 8th and 9th innings there, but he did, as the Chicago Blue Sox take game 2 here in this series and are now up, and are now tied the series actually at a game apiece. That's a good solid win for the Blue Sox, who really, wanted to win that game here at home. Gotta take care of business, win against the home, win in your home ballpark for sure. And they go here, they do that, getting a 3-1 victory here. Final look at that line score: 2 runs by Chicago in the bottom of the 8th, taking care of business. So a good job there by the Blue Sox, a good win for Chicago here. And they have tied up this series. Juan Soto, player of the game. I mentioned him a couple of times throughout the night tonight. He had, a couple of hits, a double and a base hit. I believe he got on base as well in that 8th inning. He is the player of this ball game today for Chicago. Of course, this is their best player, right? Coming up clutch. And now we're going to move on to the other championship series here, the American League Championship Series. This series is between the Alaska Red Wings and the Houston Reapers here. Game 3 of this series. The Red Wings lead the series right now 2-0 here in the LCS. They took the first 2 at home, and so now the Reapers have got to try and come together here and get some wins. They really need this win. Cannot go down 3-0 to Alaska if they want to have a hope of winning this series. Now, Houston definitely not the favorite in this matchup. Alaska, the better team overall record-wise this season. They won 8-7 in Game 1, a 5-4 win in Game 2. So it's been close. It's been a close series, some close games. A 1-run victory for Alaska in both of the first 2 games of this series. So we will have to see how this Game 3 here plays out in this ALCS. Again, if you are the Reapers, you gotta win this game. This is must win tonight, as Robbie Ray pitching tonight for the Reapers here on the mound. He did not have a great start in his last appearance. Only went 5 innings, 9 ERA, and a 1.8 WHIP. Not a great first appearance in the playoffs, so we'll see if he can shake off the playoff dust here. It's not going to be easy because this is an incredible lineup here for Alaska, but that's what he's got to try and do here tonight to bring Houston back in this series. And he'll start off the evening with the strikeout there of Ahmed Rosario. And we're going to take a look at this lineup here. We already have Rosario. We got Dino Navarro, Miguel Andujar, Trey Mancini really batting well. Seth Beers batting .588 to begin the playoffs. Then you can see the rest of the lineup there as well. So that is going to be inside to Miguel Andujar. He's only batting .208 to start the playoffs. And he lets one into the outfield and right, taking him to the wall. And that's going to be caught in front of the wall by Michael Conforto to end the top of the first. But no score there. 1-2-3 inning, a 1-2-3 start for Robbie Ray tonight for Houston. And now we go to the middle of the first inning. We're going to take a look at Luis Castillo here for the Red Wings. He's their best pitcher on this team. He had a great season. He had a pretty good start in his last start, 3.86 ERA. And his first start of the playoffs, that's a strikeout. And we're going to take a look at this playoff bracket there really quick. You get that snapshot. A 2-1 series lead for, I believe that was Chicago who had that 2-1 series lead in the NLCS. And that pop out there on the infield is going to end the first inning here. Houston got a hit in that inning, but they did not score. So we're going to go top of the second. Trey Mancini having an incredible playoff so far. A .391 batting average. He's got 3 home runs already with 6 home runs. He has been really key to the success for Alaska so far in these playoffs, as that ball is inside for ball 3. Full count pitch is fouled off. So Mancini here, we're seeing him battle here in it. This 19 pitches already for Robbie Ray, and that's another foul ball. Man, a great at bat here by Mancini. What does he do? Fouls it off again. 8 pitches here in the at-bat for Mancini. Something has got to give at some point, and that will be a strikeout there. On the 9th pitch of the at-bat, Robbie Ray finally setting him down. So now Seth Beer, he's batting .588 in the playoffs, and he will get another hit up the middle here. Man, he's batting like .600 here in the postseason. I mean, this is incredible what we're seeing right now, as Seth Beer is swinging just so easy, and he is getting incredible contact. He is playing out of his mind here in the playoffs. That's a ground ball, but the first baseman is going to get it, and he just runs over and tags first for the out. So Alaska cannot take advantage of that Seth Beer single. Bottom of the second here, 2 down in the inning, and that's a strikeout of Paul Dion on an inside fastball, 97. And the Rays gets 2, and that's what he can do, man, wrap up the strikeouts, because he is such a dangerous pitcher. I believe he had over 10, he had like 14 strikeouts in one of the games that we covered with him pretty recently, as that's a strikeout for Robbie Ray of G-Man Choi, who swings at one that just bounces in the dirt. So now full count here, Dino Navarro, and he's going to foul that one off as well. 49 pitches here, Robbie Ray with his 50th pitch of the ball game here, not even done with 3 innings yet. And let's see, fly ball, that's going to drop, and it's going to go over, bounce against the wall. Here comes the runner, they're going to try and score. He's going to try and go home, and he's out! Oh, what a play by the right fielder. He got the ball, he just threw a dart to home plate that gets the out and ends the inning. My goodness. What a play there. And this game remains scoreless. And then Seth Beer striking out there on a high fastball, way too high in the zone for him to even touch. And he will lower that batting average significantly with that out. So now we're in the 5th here and another strikeout. Anderson Tejada going down swinging. Man, Robbie Ray, he has been really good so far in this game, as that's a line drive that he has caught in center. So we are halfway home here in this ball game, and man, we have got a really great pitchers duel so far. And Paul Dion striking out again on an inside 2-seamer, 96. And the 3rd strikeout for Castillo. That's going to be a fly ball that is going to be caught there and down the line to end the 5th inning. And man, a pitcher's duel here in Game 3 of this ALCS. Still no score. After 3 innings tonight, we go to the top of the 6th now. Dino Navarro is going to swing it, and a line drive that's over the glove of a diving right fielder trying to get there. And it's going to be extra bases for Dino Navarro. My goodness, the right fielder literally diving, trying to stop that ball, and he could not quite get to it. And now, a deep fly ball into the right field gap at the wall. He looks up, and it's gone! That's a home run, Miguel Andujar. 2-run shot, and Alaska takes the lead first here tonight. They are up 2-0. So wow, Miguel Andujar, his first home run of the playoffs, and that was a beautiful swing, and that just getting over the fence there at only 396. But man, over the fence, what a swing! And now Seth Beer is going to get another base hit here to the outfield in the top of the 6th. I mean, it just doesn't matter. He just continues to be an absolutely incredible hitter there for Alaska, and that is going to signal the end of the game here for Robbie Ray. They're going to take him out now, and he had a great start to this game, great first 5 innings, but really a rough 6th inning, giving up the home run and the couple of base hits there. So he's going to be taken out of the game, and in comes Adam Awais, who's already pitched 4.1 innings in the playoffs, and has had a good, he's had a good start to the postseason, certainly, and he's going to try and not let this game get out of hand. And Anderson Tejada striking on a nasty pitch way on top of it. And then that's a swing and a little blooper into left field that is caught for the out. And there is the third out of the inning. But Miguel Andujar, a 2-run home run here in the top of the sixth. And now the Reapers are down 2-0. Remember, they're down 2-0 in this series as well. And they got to get some offense going against Luis Castillo, who has really been dominant all game long. 2 down in the inning now. Michael Conforto sending one into the outfield, and it is going to be gone. It just kept on carrying to the wall and over the wall for Michael Conforto. Home run, and it's now a 2-1 ball game here. They've cut it in half. And look at this baseball. It doesn't look like it's going to be gone for a long time, but it just keeps on going, and eventually running out of room there and over the fence. So now Justin Upton here is up, and he would send a fly ball into right field. That was going to be tough. That one's going to be bouncing off the wall. Extra bases for Justin Upton, who's going to go and try and get to third. The right fielder bobbles it, and he's going to make his way into third base with a triple. And now Andrew Vaughn can give them the lead here for Houston. That's a fly ball deep into the outfield, and that is caught on the run, running into the wall. Man, they have the tying run 90 feet away, so they don't tie the game, but Michael Conforto coming through with a big-time homer and making it a 2-1 game here after 6 innings for Houston. So Houston now down 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th, down 0-2. Strikeout, swing and a miss in the 4th one of the game for Castillo. And not really racking the strikeouts like you would expect him to, but he's been pitching really well so far. And now Anthony Santander, who swings and absolutely launches one deep in right field. No doubt about it. Tie game, second deck shot. Tie game. It is 2-2. Oh, baby, Anthony Santander absolutely launching one into the seats. Wow, look at that home run. 435 feet homer on the second deck. And Luis Castillo, man, he can't believe it, as he really regrets that pitch. Man, what a swing. And now a tie game here just like that. And that's going to be a base hit. And now you got to wonder, are they going to keep him out there? And that is going to be the end of the night for Luis Castillo, who works into the 7th inning today. But does give up 2 runs in this one. Is responsible for that man on first base. So if that man on first base comes around to score, and Alaska can't, do anything, then that would be the loss. The loss would go to Luis Castillo here. And so now you got to try and hold it down here. Raul Moreira is coming out of the game now with a runner on first. Still 2 out in the inning, so only needs to get 1. First pitch to Eugenio Suarez. It's going to be a line drive. That is into the gap. It's down. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. They're going to try and send him home. He's around third. Here he comes to the plate. No throw. He will be safe. And how about that? Houston has taken the lead. Eugenio Suarez makes it 3-2 Houston here in the 7th. Man, an RBI double into the gap. And how about that? It's now a 3-2 game, and here comes Chris Bryant swinging. He's going to drive Eugenio Suarez home to the plate. Another run for Houston, and it's 4-2. And a 7th inning onslaught here for Houston. Chris Bryant pumped up as he gets an RBI. And now, man, Houston, 2 men on, can Justin Upton do something again? Double, triple this last time up, but that looks like it might be the end of the inning, and it will. Right short of the wall. But that is finally the end of the inning for Houston. But 4 runs in that inning. Houston with 11 hits total in this game. Wow. But 4 runs in that inning for Houston, and now just 6 outs away from getting a humongous, absolutely needed victory here in this game. Austin Voth coming in the game here for Houston. He's been such a good reliever in the regular season, and that is going to be a double play. Just like that to end the top of the 8th. Just what the doctor ordered, just what Austin Voth, needed to do in that situation. And so now, top of the 9th here, Seth Beer is going to send a liner, and it's caught into the center fielder there. And man, Sudbeer has been getting a lot of hits, but he's also been just making hard contact. And that's all you can really ask, right? But now, here with 2 down in the inning, Eli Francisco is going to foul it off. And now down to their final strike here the game for Alaska. Andres Gonzalez, their closer for Houston, looks in and he swings and misses. Francisco down on strikes, and that is going to be the end of the ball game. And what a huge win for Houston. They will get a big boost of confidence. They needed that victory, and they are now trailing in the series still, but now a 2-1 series advantage here for the Reapers. Definitely needed that win. And we're going to move on along here. Chicago, another win here in this series against Atlanta. I mean, just a dominant victory there here for Chicago. 11 runs, a 6-run 6th inning, and they win it 11-4. So for Chicago, they were up 2-1 earlier, I believe, that they are now have 3 wins in this series against Atlanta. And look at the RBIs, they're spread out. Soto got a couple, Hoskins got a couple, Casas and Soto got home runs in that game. And J.J. Bleday had 3 RBIs, Christian Pache had a ribby. Just a great overall team game there for the Chicago Blue Sox, man. The offense really coming through there for them. And then, I mean, just taking a look at this game and this series, the 3rd win of the series for Chicago. And Atlanta now, you're in trouble. Chicago is such a great team, and definitely not what they wanted to happen here is fall behind in this series now. And just again, another look at that box score for the Chicago Blue Sox, and not much in the way of offense for Atlanta. 3 runs in the 5th inning, and another in the 7th. But by the time they scored that run in the 7th, the game was, basically already out of reach. So we're gonna move on here. Alaska, another win here over Houston. So both Alaska and Chicago now have 3 wins in their respective series, and a 5-1 victory for Alaska. 4 runs. So just as Houston had 4 runs in their last game, Alaska gets 4 runs in the top of the 8th to win that game. And that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. Next time, we will have the end of the championship series. The pennant winners will be announced there as you get a look at the box scores. You guys, you've been listening to Lucas from Mars. Thank you for all the support here in these playoffs, guys. And we're getting down to it. Last episode here before the end of the LCS 3-1 lead for Alaska. Have a great day. Everybody, you're listening to Lucas from Mars.